So I found out today that Gregory Scott left us. He was, he had a lot of Earth, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, I think he had a Capricorn moon. So Gregory Scott left us, but he left. This is so Gregory. He did all the May videos for every sign. And they say that it was around Easter that he left. That he just laid on the bed and died. But he was really annoyed that, just before this happened, his voice was shaky, but it was still him. And people started asking questions like, your voice sounds a little shaky, are you okay? Some people asked if he was, had gone back out, and wasn't sober anymore. It really, really hurt him. That really bothered him. As it would anybody. But he was such a perfectionist. He really was. I mean, anybody who could do what he did, probably for 10 years straight, to just be so diligent with the tarot and the astrology. He was very diligent with it. And it was an anchor. It was something we all could rely on. He became an anchor for everybody else. But when he began to get criticism, especially, with his voice and stuff, he said, this isn't a democracy. It's a dictatorship. This is my channel. I can do what I want. And, that's just not like him. And I know how it is when someone forces me to have to, really be not mean, but, be more assertive. It's difficult to do. Especially for the gentler earth people. But I really identified with Gregory, and there were many times when his, consistency saved my ass. I just want to acknowledge, that, there was something inhuman about what he did. And a few days after he stopped posting the Daily Tarot, I got a notice to renew my subscription for the Daily Tarot, which was like $4, $5. And I didn't renew it. I knew that it was done, and it was time for me to move on, and that I was going to have to kind of get big girl pants and learn to do this by myself without his guidance. And he was kind of an angel, So, but I'm sure he was lonely, and he was. But he never complained, he didn't complain about that. I could tell that he was restless and wanted to, to move, those geographical cures that make it seem like, it's something to do. It's some kind of activity to do so that you can deal with the fact that you're so single, and you're probably always gonna be. You know, it's kind of it's like something you just accept. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not nearly as perfectionist as he was. But, dear Gregory, I really do miss you, and I'm sorry that we could never have met for all that you went through. Thank you for being there for us.